Welcome back to Treasure Theory, where we talk about all things cards and collectibles. I've got two quick things I need to say. One, I'm still kind of sick. I'm sure you can tell. And two, I'm starting to realize how self-conscious I get when I film in the car, because every person that parks beside me just decides to stare at me and record me to probably send to their friends. Which it's happening right now. Look at that. I just started. Am I that famous? But no, in all seriousness, guys, I do want to talk about a couple of things today. I want to talk about EB-03. It's EB-03, right? The new female-only card set that's going to be coming out. And I also want to talk about a very fundamental law in the trading card game world, okay? Something that surprisingly not everybody is aware of, and you're going to want to know what that is. But first of all, let's talk about EB-03. But before we do, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. By the way, we had 3,000 subs. That's awesome. So thank you. I'm still being recorded. Oh my God. This is hilarious. We love that. We love that. Anyways, so EB-03, guys, let's talk about that. So we've got a female-only set coming out. I'm not quite sure when, but it's probably going to be around the corner. And I honestly don't know what to think about it. You know, I think it's a cool set. I think a lot of interesting female characters in One Piece. I mean, hey, that's what makes One Piece so, you know, fantastic. It's because it's the two-piece, you know what I'm saying? No, but seriously, you know, there's so many female characters in One Piece that make One Piece so awesome. And, you know, that's the one thing I really love about One Piece is that, you know, Oda, he was never, you know, just focusing strictly on men fighting or whatever. It's just a very diverse cast of people. Granted, there's only 2 female Straw Hat characters, but there's so many important, significant female characters. Like Perona. For some reason, Perona is just massive. But granted, her design is pretty cute. And Boa Hancock. And what was the movie? Film Red, I think. I mean, it was basically focused on Uda, who was Shanks' daughter, you know. So Oda don't discriminate, all right? But when we look past all of that stuff, you know, I really do have to wonder, is this even going to be a good set? You know, I've seen some of the cards coming in this, and yeah, you know, they're nice. They are. They're really nice. There's some nice female character cards in there, and that's great and all. But where the fuck is our Robin manga card? Okay? We got a Nami manga card now. We don't got a Robin manga card. No. We have an Uta manga card now. I mean, this is almost as bad as if they chose Lim, okay, from the One Piece Odyssey to be the manga character for this set. I don't understand who's in charge of what manga gets produced every set, but already not getting great vibes from that. You know, this is literally giving me OP12 vibes with the whole Bonnie situation, you know, and I talk deeply about how, although there's nothing wrong with Bonnie as a character, it's just that the set was pushing, you know, Mihawk and Zoro, and then they just threw a Bonnie manga in there. And, you know, as we all know, manga chase cards are the big hits in every set for the most part. And, you know, the fact that they decided to go that route and not put a Mihawk in there, I mean, how amazing would that be, have a Mihawk manga card? That would have made that set insane. It would have made that set crazy. But the only thing that saved that set is the silver and gold Blackbeard card. And even then, it's not really as great as OP11 because Luffy's king and people always want their Luffys. But no, guys, seriously, EB-03, I mean, is it even going to be a good set? Seriously. You know, coming from a collector more than anything, like, you know, I don't know. I mean, like, I suppose it'll be okay. I suppose it'll be all right. But, like, coming from a collector's point of view, because I'm more of a collector than anything, will the set be good? Well, I'm not really quite, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, like, again, no hate to any female characters in One Piece. You know, I'm a big fan of One Piece as a whole. And, you know, to just kind of separate it as okay, only the female characters. You know what it screams to me? And this is what I wanted to step into next, what I said in the beginning, that fundamental law we talked about. This starts to step into waifu tax territory, okay? I was hesitant to even say anything really substantial about this set. But we have to recognize that the waifu tax is real, okay? Just like the One Piece, and there are plenty of people who are willing to pay good money for that waifu tax. And when you've got an only female set for One Piece coming out, you know those thirsty waifu-loving One Piece fans are going to slurp that up okay? They're gonna slurp that up, and I don't know. I don't really know where that could go. But the waifu tax is real, guys. I mean, seriously, there are so many female character cards that are so shockingly high in price, most of which are Nami. You know, and I don't feel like Robin gets enough love, to be honest with you. Like, in the One Piece TCG, there's just not enough high prices for... There's just not a lot of high-priced cards of Robin. Seriously. Like, do we even have a Robin SP? No. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, it's just been a Nami-focused world. Obviously, we've got all these side female characters. I do see a lot of Bonnie now, to be honest, but I do think they're pushing Bonnie because Bonnie's just relevant in the show right now as they're producing the you know, the anime. But you know, obviously we've got Perona, which is a big one. You know, she's a really popular fan fave, and you know, we'll occasionally see like Tashigi and fucking Lim, dude. We see Lim so much. Do you have any idea how many fucking Lim cards I have? I don't get it. I mean, well, you know, they're just pushing One Piece Odyssey, I bet. I've never played Odyssey yet. Personally, I'm waiting for the price to come down. But that's besides the point, guys. We got an Uda manga in this set, which is just so... I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. Uda is a pretty popular card, you know, but I just don't get it. I just don't get it. You know, our boy Sanji finally got a manga in PRBO2, and I just don't know why they've left Robin out. They've left Robin out, they've left Brooke out, they've left Frankie out. Is that it? I think that's it. Oh, Jinbei. But, like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Is EB-03 going to be a good set? I think that's debatable. I think, you know, if you're playing the card game, I think it'll be good for a lot of people who want more female decks, like female character decks or theme decks. But for a collector, I mean, there's some nice cards in there. I think every set always has its pick. Will it be a worthy investment? I don't know. Like, I guess it will. It is an EB, so like I'm not quite sure what to think about that. I mean, if it is female only, it is a unique set. I think there will probably be people who want that, and I think it would be a fair option to probably bet that it'll do okay. But I mean, again, the manga card is disappointing, which is already kind of like you know, kind of destroys the chase, and the chase is important, guys. You know, like, I'm shocked that OP11 is still so cheap. I definitely think that's going to go up in the future. OP12 is debatable. I don't think OP12 will do as good because the chase sucks ass. You know, no one really cares that much about Bonnie, although, yes, again, the story's important. But, you know, she's not one of the top favorite cards. So I think it's a missed opportunity with the Robin right there, you know, especially if they're going to do a female-focused set. Is it going to be worth it long-term to hold on to? You know, personally, I advise, I personally recommend every set is going to be worth holding on to. And I don't think it's a mistake to buy a box or two of this sealed product. It is an EB again. I mean, you know, I'm just starting to realize that, you know, as time goes by and this card game is so new, there's still, like, it's still so difficult to find so many of the previous sets that have been released. I mean, everything from OP 6 or 7 down, I've noticed is getting increasingly more difficult to get. So honestly, I think it'd be worth getting it and holding it. You know, if you're just looking to kind of have a hobby box or maybe invest a little bit in this. But is this going to be a significant set? No, I don't think so. It could be popular. I really could be wrong about this, but I don't know. I just don't really see the magic in this set. Now, I haven't seen all the cards in this set either. I've kind of just seen like a face value of the set. And I don't know, like this set could do very well. This could really appeal to a piece of the One Piece market where, you know, everyone's like, yeah, you know, our favorite girls are getting their spotlight. Yeah, you know, our waifus. But no, seriously, guys, the waifu tax is real. You know, people will pay a pretty penny for their favorite waifus, all right? I'm just saying, you know, any female character that's a fan favorite is going to do well long term. We see it a lot with Perona. You know, we see it a lot with them fish boys after Shirahoshi, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure she's like underage, so you got to chill out, guys. Okay, we see it with Tashigi. We're seeing it with Uda and so many other characters. Kami, but at the end of the day, guys, I would recommend probably getting a box or two. See what happens. I mean, yeah, that's really all I can say about it. You know, perhaps the waifu tax prevails and these cards go to the moon. Really don't know. We're going to have to see. But What are your thoughts on this, guys? I'm probably going to get a box, maybe 2. I don't know. I mean, personally, if this channel was doing really well, I'd probably just be buying a case of every set, but that is not affordable. But yeah, guys, we'll have to wait and see. But what are your thoughts, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Do you think this set's going to be prolific? Do you think this set's going to be a nothing burger? You know, only time will tell. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you did like, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. If you did like. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And a video should pop up on the screen. Be sure to click it, and I'll see you over there.